Good morning from my side as well, and welcome to the symposium we're having today with SALDRU. I'll just quickly introduce our foundation, as it's a political foundation and it's kind of hard to explain what a political foundation is and what it does. It's quite a unique construct you find here only in Germany. But first I would like to thank Professor Wilson as well from FES side for the hospitality at the institute you gave us in the early 90s, and for the long-standing support. I'll come back to this in a short while. I'll make it quick actually to not too much feed into your time for the discussions. To make it short, we're a political foundation based on the values of social democracy. So it's freedom, it's equality, not inequality, and it's solidarity. In Germany, you have 6 different political foundations. Everyone aligned to the main political movements or to the main political parties. So you have us, the Friedrich Ebert Stiftung, the Social Democrats, the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, which are the conservatives, the Friedrich Naumann Stiftung, the liberals, or the neoliberals actually, the Heinrich Böll Stiftung, which is for the Greens, Hans Seidel Stiftung, which is the Bavarian conservatives in Germany, which are a bit special. They are a bit special, and the Rosa Luxemburg Stiftung, which is the socialists. So every one of these political foundations is linked to one party. So for us, it's of course the SPD, then the CDU for the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, Naumann Stiftung, it will be the FDP, the Liberals, the Greens for the Böll Stiftung, Hans Seidel Stiftung, the CSU, so Bavarian Conservatives, and Die Linke for the Rosa Luxemburg Stiftung. The reason why we have these political foundations is that after World War II, we had to build up a new democracy, and so the thinking was that you need political education, but you can't do political education only on a technical basis, like this is how parliament works, this is how the party system works, but every political education is based on values, so you can't split it apart. So the the state decided to finance these foundations to do political education in Germany. Afterwards, we split. We started to do work in foreign countries as well, so all around the world. But this was the basic thinking. So our name, Friedrich Ebert, comes from the person Friedrich Ebert, of course, who was the head of the Social Democrat Party in the early 20th century, and the first president, the first democratically elected president in German history. So he was a trade union member. This is where our roots lie, in the labor movement. Actually a settler who then started to commit his life to social democracy. And after the First World War, when the emperor was chased away and this aristocrat system started to fade away, he became the first president in Germany. Besides of Germany, we now have over 100 offices around the world, which are working, which focus on different topics. But if you want to see some main topics on which every office is working, it's of course the strengthening of trade unions. So to strengthen them, to strengthen the labor side in face of the growing capital side, kind of a ongoing battle. Oh wait, this is. We try to facilitate international dialogue. Try to support the fight against inequality, and of course support democratization, as is the lesson from our German history. Democracy needs Democrats to survive, which wasn't the case in the 20s, which is why the Nazi regime could take over the power in Germany. And so to prevent this, we offer democratic education around the world. So, coming closer to South Africa, we in sub-Saharan Africa we have around 20 offices. The newest in Rwanda and one in Congo-Kinshasa, plus 4 regional work lines. So we have in Senegal we have an office on peace and security. In South Africa, in Joburg, actually next to our office, there's the Trade Union Competence Center led by my colleague Bastian Schulz. In Namibia we are working on media, and in Ethiopia we have the AU liaison office. Those working lines, they are not working only in one country, but they are working all around the continent and try to enhance the work we are doing on these topics. So, in South Africa, as Professor Leibrand already told you, we started here in Cape Town and enjoyed the hospitality from SALDRU's side. So thank you for this. Before we moved to Joburg in 1993, we started to work with South Africa already in the 70s and 80s. So we supported the ANC while it was in exile, and then as soon as apartheid started to fall, we came here to this country to be closer to this relations and to this important African country. Nowadays we have 4 main working areas. So the first is that we want to support further democratization and to make a contribution that it stabilizes here. So we are working with the different partners. We're having autumn schools for young leaders. We support civil society organizations which are into accountability, for example. The second one is, of course, social inequality. I think this is where our symposium today comes in, that we're trying to raise awareness. We're supporting partners in their day-to-day work to get a discussion started here in South Africa, or to continue it, how inequality can be diminished here in the short term or in the long term. The third one is the just transition, which is work on energy democracy, on low carbon economy, and energy democracy, low carbon economy, and of course climate change. And the last working area is that we are into international relations, especially into South Africa's international relations, and we're working with partners on the role of South Africa in G20 and in BRICS. So, the last thing before I hand over is I want to present you one project of ours, actually our flagship project here in South Africa, the Forte Autumn School. The Forte Autumn School is the autumn school in the Eastern Cape. We take in every year 20 students, which are taught knowledge and skills to take over responsibility as leaders of civil society, or to participate in the political process. This is already the 7th year this year that it's running. This is the actual. These are the students which take part in this at this very moment. And the thinking behind the autumn school was to not to do it in Gauteng or do it in the Western Cape, but to do it in the Eastern Cape as one of the poorest provinces, to offer there something, to spread the thinking of social democracy, and to spread knowledge about how you can influence political processes. Actually, this was invented by Professor Wilson together with the then director Axel Schmidt, and it's running very smoothly, and we're very thankful to you, Professor Wilson, that you supported us in the last years and that you gave us guidance And I hope that this support will continue for a bit longer. And so thank you from our side. So there's the proof that he is participating in this as well. All right. Okay, then thank you for your attention.